Good evening from a quite literally freezing Wrocław, Poland. My name's Claire, this is my travel channel, Claire's Footsteps, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you're well. So I've just been exploring the Christmas market of Wrocław. It is rated as the best Christmas market in Poland, and not that I've been to all of them, but I can see why. It was incredible. I had a great afternoon exploring it. Check out my last video if you haven't already. But now I'm continuing my Christmas market crawl and I'm heading to Vilnius. Vilnius is the capital city of Lithuania and it's not that close to Wrocław at all. And I'm travelling there tonight. I arrive at 6 AM tomorrow morning. So I'm taking a train from Wrocław to Warsaw. And then I'm taking a night bus from Warsaw to Vilnius. I said I'd never get on a European night bus again because the trains were so good, but actually the only train that goes from Warsaw to Vilnius, it doesn't run at night, it only runs during the day, and I had such limited time during this trip that I just couldn't afford to spend a whole day on a train. So night bus it is. I'll explain a bit more about it when I get to Warsaw. Got snow in my hair. Alright, leaving from platform 2. Doesn't look like anything is delayed or anything at the moment.
Przyspieszony pociąg kolei dolnośląski dostęp ze znaku zaznaczony przepraszam. Prosimy za opóźniony pociąg zaznacz już planowy przyjazd pociągu. Założenie pociągu przepraszam.
The train is here. Just walking up to find my platform. I'm number 17, which I believe is all the way at the end. Polish trains are fabulous. They're so modern, clean and spacious. I had a little tray table, a mesh pocket, loads and loads of leg room, although I do have short legs, and I could even extend my tray table a little bit. Super clean. No one was sitting next to me the whole time, which obviously you're not going to get every single time, but that was another perk. And I even got a free bottle of water. I wasn't in first class or anything. Just a quick one, this is a very nice train. I think I'm very jaded with the state of British trains, but I was honestly just so impressed by just the cleanliness and just functionality of this toilet. Like, it was amazing. Touchdown Warsaw. That train was really good. I kind of wish I could have just stayed on that all night. But I have an 8-hour bus to Vilnius ahead of me. So it is only 8:30. My bus is at 10:25. I was thinking of seeing if I could squeeze in a trip to Warsaw Old Town to see the market. I probably could just about do it, but it might be a little bit stressful, so I think I'm just going to hang around this area. I'm at the Warsaw main station now and I need to get to Warsaw West, which is only a few minutes on the metro, so I think I'm just going to get some food here. There's a mall here, so I might see if I can find something there. Ideally I would have something Polish, but it's actually like just after restaurants start to close in Poland, I think. I think people eat dinner quite early here, which, to be fair, I normally eat dinner earlier than this anyway, so I might not be able to find something open. But let's have a little look in this mall and see what we can see. Alright, so I came up to this food court of this mall, which is right next to Warsaw Central Station. I was a little bit sceptical because I was worried that I was going to have McDonald's, because all I could see was like McDonald's and Burger King. But then I walked around and they actually had a Ukrainian like fast food outlet, so I've had more dumplings, and I was going to get these potato pancakes, but they had finished with those, so I got more dumplings. And then I was thinking of getting borscht as well, but I decided not to because there were 8 dumplings in a portion. So I've had those. Although actually I still am a tiny bit hungry, but maybe there's a supermarket downstairs, so I think I'll probably go there and see, like, get a snack or something from that. Then I'm gonna need to head over to Warsaw West, which is where I'm getting the bus that goes to Vilnius from, so I need to go and make sure I get there plenty of time. So just to explain about this night bus, so it's the only way to get from Warsaw to Vilnius overnight. There's no night train. There is a day train, but I just don't have enough time to spend a whole day on a train, unfortunately. So I have gone for the night bus. So originally I was getting a bus from Wrocław to Warsaw and then just changing there to get on the bus. I thought it would be easier to have it all on one ticket in case there were any issues or delays or anything. But I woke up this morning to a message saying my bus from Wrocław to Warsaw had been cancelled, and I actually mistook it and I thought it meant my whole journey had been cancelled, but it was only that segment. So I rebooked it, then I realised I didn't need to rebook it, and then I just booked a train for this segment, and I had to like rebook on the bus that goes to Vilnius. But actually when I rebooked on it, I did my seat selection and then it gave me the option for another €11 to pay to have the seat next to me guaranteed to be free. So I've done that, so I've definitely got an empty seat next to me. Hopefully no one will sit in it because I'll have to say to them. But considering it was a night bus, I thought I don't really want anyone sitting next to me, and hopefully that will mean that I will be able to sleep okay. So that is one hack. Now I know I did say I was never going to get a night bus in Europe again. When I did say that, when I had this UK to France bus, I did notice this hack then actually, but I didn't take it, but I actually still ended up with an empty seat next to me. But that one was an interrupted night's sleep because obviously you have to go over the sea. I had to get up at like, I think it was like 2 AM and get on a boat, and then got back on the bus at like 4, and then it only took us like 3.5 hours to get to Paris. So that was a very interrupted night's sleep. Whereas hopefully this one, they're both in Schengen, so hopefully there won't be any passport checks, though there are sometimes. But even if there is, hopefully it'll just be very quick. So I'm hoping I'll get more sleep than I did on that night bus at least. I do already feel quite tired, so fingers crossed, but we'll see how it goes. And I will keep you posted. And yeah, I mean, it's an option. If you don't want to fly and you want to make the most of your days when you're away, night buses are an option, but they're not always the best option. But let's see how it goes. So the plan of action is toilets, water, and then I might just get some fruit from the supermarket. I kind of want something healthy-ish, but something a little bit more. And then find my way to the bus station. So I think I'm actually at a station that my train I was on before stopped at. Didn't really realise that when I was on the train, but never mind. There were a few like public transport routes I could have taken between the stations, but I'll be honest, couldn't really figure any of them out, and the Bolt was only £3, so sometimes it's just worth going for the convenient option. But I think I'm here now at the bus station, and I just need to find out where my bus is leaving from. Seat tour. There is a lot of leg room, I'll give them that. There are tables and there's a USB and a little pocket to put my stuff, which is more than I had on my Ryanair flight yesterday. So as far as coaches go, it's alright. I think it's just the fact that it's a coach and there is a border crossing involved, and I'm not sure whether it's a hard border or not, so we'll see. But it's all good. I think I'm going to try and sleep quite soon because I'm going to be up very early. I also didn't realise that Vilnius is a hour ahead again, so it's 2 hours ahead of England, which means that we're actually going to be arriving in there at 5:15 Polish time and 4:15 AM British time, which, I mean, I'm a morning person, but 4:15 AM is rather early, and I'm definitely still on British time, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna get comfy, I guess, take my layers off, make a pillow out of my tote bag, and get ready for the night. Now I've got to repack my bag, but this is the luxury of not having anyone next to me and knowing that no one is gonna be able to sit next to me, is I can spread my stuff out. So this was well worth the €11. sorry I didn't show you around the seat a bit more, but there's not really anything else to show. This is what they look like when they're empty. This is what they look like from the back. And these are my first steps onto Lithuanian soil. And just like that, I am in Lithuania. The journey wasn't too bad. I did sleep for pretty much all of it, but I will go into it a little bit more in a bit. There was no border control at all. It was a completely open border. The bus just drove through, and I woke up and I looked at my map and I was like, oh, we're already here in Lithuania. So because it's Schengen, there isn't a border control, but they do still have them sometimes in buses I've got before, even between Switzerland and Germany, or when I got the night jet between Austria and Germany, there was the hardish border there. They were checking our documents, so I guess it's still a different country basis, but this one there was absolutely nothing. So I am now in a bus station on the edge of town at about 7 in the morning, and it's still dark, which is not the ideal situation to be in. So I'm gonna see if I can get a Bolt taxi to where I'm staying tonight. It's far too early for me to check in, but I should at least go and see where it is, and can at least put my stuff down and get some water. This is my biggest issue right now. Actually, I haven't had any water since I was on the train yesterday evening. So let's resolve that. It's very dark still and I've arrived at my hotel. I didn't realise how far away I am out of the city centre. I think I made a bit of a blunder with booking this one actually, and I don't quite know how I did, because I normally always make sure that I'm quite close to the city centre, but this is an hour and 17 minutes walk away, so I don't think I'm going to be walking there. I can get bolts in and out, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm very early, so I need to go and see what the earliest is I can check in, and just like go to the toilet and get some water is my priority right now. And then I'm going to sit down and hopefully get a coffee and work out my plan for the day. Hello from my hotel. This is the Urby Hop Hotel in Vilnius, but actually about a 15-minute drive from Vilnius centre. I managed to check in early, luckily. I did pay 25 euros extra to be able to check in early, but I'm glad I did because I really need a shower. And yeah, I just wanted to have my own space to get ready before I go out for the day. And if I hadn't been able to check in, I probably would have ended up going out twice, because normal check-in is not till 3, so I would have probably gone out this morning, because otherwise I would have just been sitting here for hours, and then I would have probably wanted to come back at 3 and sort myself out and then go out later on again. But actually, as it is, I'll probably just go out at some point and then stay out until probably 5, 6ish, and then just come back and sleep. So that's worked out a lot better, and it was a little bit of an extra expense, but it's not too bad, you know, for a few hours of rest. And actually, she did say after I paid that actually I could go and get breakfast today as well, so it actually works out all right when you factor in all of that, so that's okay. Night bus was all right. It was better than the last night bus I did, actually. I slept pretty much the whole time, but it was very broken sleep, so I kept waking up and looking out the window and, you know, looking at my map to see where we were, but I was able to sleep the whole time. Not comfiest, but then I did have the seat next to me at least. So yeah, I sort of had to keep moving around, finding comfortable spots, and then I'd wake up and be really uncomfortable again. But it was all right, it was all right. I didn't need to book the seat next to me, actually. It wasn't a full bus, and most people got off in something Stock. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a city that near, like, probably about 75% of the bus got off on. It wasn't too far from the Belarusian border, because I looked at the map and I was like, oh, we're close to the border, but then I realised actually that wasn't the Lithuanian border, it was the Belarusian border. So quite a lot of people got off there. And then, yeah, only about 10 of us carried on to Vilnius. So I didn't need to book that extra seat, but it was nice to have the peace of mind and to just know that if anyone did try and sit there, I could be like, nah mate, booked both these seats. So yeah, it wasn't too bad, and I'm glad I did it and went to Wroclaw, because I really did want to go to Wroclaw, and I had a lovely time there. And I'm also glad that I didn't pay like 200 and something pounds for a flight, because that is what I try to avoid. I wanted to actually overland the entire way to the Baltics, like that was my original plan, but it was looking too complicated. So anyway, that is a story for another day. I am going to freshen up now, and then I'm going to have a little look about the attractions in Vilnius, but I think I've still got a couple of hours before everything opens up. Like, I arrived to check in even before the breakfast started, so I will probably go get some food in a bit, look at what I'm going to do today, devise a plan, and that will all be in my next video, which will be up tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful if you're planning a long Flixbus journey through Europe. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna try and get them. Like, I'm getting a bit too old for night buses now, but they are good sometimes when there's no other option. And that's my verdict. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.